Okay, people. So this week we took a look at Night of the Hunted. This is the new film from Frank, yeah, Khalfoun, right? Khalfoun also co-writes with Glen Freyer, Rubén Ávila Calvo, and David R.L. The film is produced by Alex Taylor, Morris Ruskin. It's and Naomi David and Alexandra Aja. It's executive produced by Bramin Chiara, Lawrence Clerk, Celine Dormier, Frederick Fleur, Alexandra Formin, Pascal Hostashi, Franck Khalfoun, Vincent Marval, Joseph Malika, Ivan Tarkov, and Sergei Tuchlin, with line production from Samantha Manalang. All right, Mattia Cartier handled the music. Steven Pettyville, cinematography. Stephanie Roche edits the piece. Laurent Turlure is on production design. Art direction is Rick Rife. Linda Dalem and Logan Rose handle set decoration, while Lynette Mayer is on costume design and Casey Moosman is on hair and makeup. Our cast. Well, Alice is played by Camille Rowe. Her husband, Eric, is played by Alexander Popvik. Then there's John, her lover, played by Jeremy Scipio. Our sniper is played by Stas Stanek. Right. Then there is Eddie, played by Isaiah Reyes. We've got Amelia, played by Brenda Nunez. Bob, played by Brian Brettier. Doug, played by J. John Biller. Eleanor, played by Abby Anderson. And Cindy, played by Monica Abolarim. Yeah, so Amelia has no lines. Poor old Amelia, you know. The gist is this: when an unsuspecting woman stops at a remote gas station in the dead of night, she's made the plaything of a psychopath sniper with a secret vendetta. To survive, she must not only dodge his bullets and fight for her life, but also figure out who wants her dead and why. Right? So that is the film. And so we open up with Alice. She's in the hotel bathroom cleaning her teeth, and her husband calls. Right? So we establish she's at a conference for work, but she's traveling home for fertility treatment. Right? Now, she quickly cuts the call, and then we see a dude get into the shower. So straight, that's just not friends sharing a room. You know what I mean? They're getting it on, right? So then next they're in the car and they're traveling. And it's, they get to the place, and as she's leaving the petrol station, that's when the sniper hits. Now, with this one, right, I get what they're trying to do, you know, like to have a sniper and this whole, oh, paying for your past sins type vibe going on, right? The sniper it is, well, it's very on the nose, right? It's so on the nose. It's like you've got the sniper behind a billboard that says "God is nowhere." You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, okay, but there's things going on that don't really make any sense. Like, there's an issue with their car, and I'm like, you'd notice, you know what I mean? Because even if, right, so you filled up the night before, right, then you're parked. So it's probably a slow drip, but because you park for so many hours, there'd be a accumulation of petrol smells, right? There's a big, so going to the car, you go, that's odd. Why does it smell so much? And you'd think there must be some sort of leak or something, right? That should be going through your mind, right? And then the whole car thing makes you go, okay, so this isn't an accident, obviously. But in the petrol, like petrol stations have pens, they have paper, always have pens and paper, whether it's a notepad, sketch pad, there's something. There is always something there. So you kind of figure a lot of the people didn't have to go the way they went, right? There's a lot of things you think Alice could have done to prevent some of the stuff we see. And we get, like, I don't even, you wonder why she's even responding, right? It feels like they want to throw in as many buzzwords as they can, MAGA, January the 6th, just all of these different things get thrown out there. And it's just like, why? Right? Because for me, that isn't interesting. It's just, oh, how can we be relevant? Right? How can we hit the buzz things that are happening at the moment? Because look, you can make a film like this with someone with a specific agenda or something, and you don't have to touch on anything, anything like that, right? She's going for fertility treatment, but then she has this whole thing about, you know, having babies, which, like, it's the way it's phrased, which is very peculiar, because the way she talks about it is like she doesn't want to. The way it's phrased as if it's like biologically impossible, which is very, yeah, it's very odd, right? I didn't really think it made any sense, and that's one of the big things. There's a lot of stuff going down in the film that doesn't make any, like, when you have someone in a certain situation, this is life or death, but you're pausing, right, to to look at something, to try and find something. No, you're not doing that, right? It makes no rational sense because you know the situation you're in, right? You know how fucked you are. So any glimpse of opportunity you are seizing, you're not letting that go, right? You're not letting that go, people. So it's just a bit weird. And I hated the musical beds when they're talking, right? To try and ramp up the tension. I figure people understand that there's tension. There's a sniper taking people out. If people don't think, wait, is this meant to be happy? Is this a rom-com? I'm not sure. Oh, if only there was a musical bed to let me know how I'm meant to be feeling. hey, it's just dumb. It's dumb, you know? And the end was just a bit, uh, yeah. I it's just I found it very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Like there's plenty of survival films that work well, and that I really enjoy. So I don't know, right? I kind of feel if you are a fan of a survival film, right? If that's your bag, if you like that kind of thing, then maybe Night of the Hunted will work for you. But do feel you have to suspend a lot to kind of run with this one. You really do, you know? Um, but it is out this Friday on Shudder internationally, but it is actually being taken to cinema by Vertigo releasing in the UK. So yeah, it will be in a cinema in the UK on the 20th, as well as Shudder. So you can pick your poison. If you've got Shudder, you could probably stay at home and watch. But if you like that cinema experience, maybe that's for you. So yeah, Night of the Hunted.